In the last video of data communication, we studied about the different layers which involve in the data transmission from the sender to the receiver in the form of an example of the letter which is posted by the sender to the receiver, and what are the different layers it involves when the letter is sent from the sender and is received at the receiver's end. Right. So, as the letter involves different layers while it is transmitted from the sender to the receiver, likewise or in the same way ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಡೇಟಾ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಒಂದು ಡಿವೈಸ್ ಇಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಡಿವೈಸ್ಗೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ we have different layers through which it has to pass. So an organization has given one kind of a model which represents through what and all layers a data has to pass. ಯಾವಾಗ ಒಂದು ಸೆಂಡರ್ ಇಂದ ಒಂದು ರಿಸೀವರ್ ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ಲೇಯರ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಪಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಲೇಯರ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಮಾಡೆಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಟ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಈಸ್ OSI reference model or OSI model. So what is OSI? As I told you in the last video, OSI refers to Open System Interconnection. Okay. So Open System Interconnection reference model alli there are, what is Open System Interconnection model? It is a layered framework which represents the different layers in which the data has to pass when it is transferred from the sender to the receiver in a network. One network alli different data ನಾವು ಸೆಂಡರ್ ಇಂದ ರಿಸೀವರ್ ಗೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ಲೇಯರ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ಲೇಯರ್ ಇಂದ ಅದು ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು OSI ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೆಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲಿತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ let's discuss about the layered architecture. Okay, layered architecture of the OSI reference model. So there are different layers in OSI model. So what are those? The first one is the physical layer. You have to come from the downwards. That is the first one is the physical layer. The second one is data link layer. And the third one is network layer. And the fourth one is transport layer. Fifth one the session layer. Sixth one is the presentation layer. And the last one is the application layer. So when a data is sent from the sender to the receiver, at both the ends, both the devices, there are these different layers present. Okay, at receiver's ends also there are these layers, and at the receiver's end also there is this sender end also there are layers, and at receiver end also there are same layers as we saw in the example in the earlier video, right? So when a message is passed from the sender to receiver, it has to pass through many intermediate nodes. ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ತರದ intermediate nodes ಗಳ ಮಧ್ಯದಿಂದ it has to pass. Okay, through the intermediate nodes it has to pass. So ಈ intermediate nodes ಅನ್ನೋದು majorly it is concerned with the first three layers of the OSI model. Okay na, which are those? That is application, presentation and session. Okay. Next, the communication is governed by what? Okay, now ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ communication ಹೋಗಬೇಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ what has to be necessary? There must be set of rules and regulations. So what are the set of rules and regulations called? These are called as protocols. ಹೌದಾ? ಈ ಒಂದು ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಆರ್ ಒಂದು ಡೇಟಾ ಸೆಂಡರ್ ಇಂದ ರಿಸೀವರ್ ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, so what has to be there? There has to be some protocols. Okay, so next we will, so this is about the layer architecture. So how many types of layers are there in OSI model? There are 7 layers in OSI model which include physical, data link, network, transport, session application layers. Okay, so when a data is passed from one device to other, it has to pass through different intermediate nodes. These are intermediate nodes are concerned with the first three layers of the OSI model. Okay, next we will study about the peer-to-peer process. Peer-to-peer ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ the one with the one which is attached to the other, the layer which is attached to one another. Okay, peer ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ the one who is friends ಅಂತಾನೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಹೌದಾ? peer ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ the it's like a colleague or the one who is studying with you, your classmates, they can also be called as peer. Has likewise the layers which are together, those kind of layers are called as peer. Okay, peer to peer process andre the data has to pass through all the layers of the OSI model. Okay, so first what will happen is at the physical layer. Okay, at the physical layer what will happen is from physical when you send a message, what will happen, the message first is the message is sent by the sender. Okay, this message will pass through the application layer at the sender side, then it will pass through presentation layer, then session layer, then transport layer, then network layer, then data link layer and physical layer. So from the physical layer what will happen, it will move and it will go to the receiver's physical layer, and the data will move from physical layer to it will layer the application layer and it will reach the receiver's end. Okay, understood? So when it reaches the physical layer, what will happen is at physical layer the communication is direct. Okay, what will happen, the message will travel directly to the receiver's end physical layer. So as you go higher to the next layers, what will happen is the message gets converts itself into a form that can be easily transported from one layer to the another. Okay, in physical layer what happens, the message gets directly transferred to the physical layer of the receiver side. As you go up to the higher layers, what will happen is if the data is converted into a form which can be easily transferred from the one layer to the another. Okay, so this is called as peer to peer process. So the data moving from one layer to another is called as the peer to peer process, for simple agi helodadre. Okay na? Next we will talk about the interfacing between the layers. What are interfacing between the layers? The passing of data and network information down through layers, sending the layers of sending device and through the layers of receiver's device is made possible through interface. See, what they are trying to tell is between all these layers, between each layer there is interface. Okay, so between each layer there will be interface. Okay, so what will happen is what this interface defines is, it defines the information and the service the layer must provide for the layer above it. What this interface does is it provides an information. Okay, information of what the services, what and all services one layer has to provide to the layer above it. For example, there is physical layer. So what services this physical layers has to provide to the data link layer? This is specified by what? Interface. ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಂದು ಲೇಯರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಏನು, ಇವಾಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಒಂದು ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಲೇಯರ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಈ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಲೇಯರು ಈ ಡೇಟಾ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಲೇಯರ್, ದ ಲೇಯರ್ ಅಬೌವ್ ಇಟ್, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಟ್, ದ ಡೇಟಾ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಲೇಯರ್. ಸೊ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಲೇಯರ್ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಇರೋ ಲೇಯರ್ಗೆ ಏನೇನು ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಯಾರು ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇಂಟರ್ಫೇಸಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಇಫ್ ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಫೇಸ್, ಒಂದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಲೇಯರ್ಸ್ ಮಧ್ಯ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬೆಟರ್ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟೇಷನ್. ಡೇಟಾ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಡೇಟಾ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು ಬೆಟರ್ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ದ ಡೇಟಾ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಸೆಂಡರ್ ಟು ರಿಸೀವರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ it also provide modularity to the data transformation. Okay, artha aita ivaga. So what is interfacing between the layers? Interfacing means between each layer there has to be some interface to define what and all the services the layer has to provide to the layer above it. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನೇನು ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಒಂದು ಲೇಯರ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲಿರೋ ಲೇಯರಿಗೆ ಏನೇನು ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಯಾವುದು, ಇಂಟರ್ಫೇಸ್. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯುಲಾರಿಟಿ and better facility of data transformation or data transmission. Okay, sorry, data transmission from the sender to the receiver. Okay na? Next we will talk about the organization of different layers. So there are many different layers in the what OSI reference model, right? ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಸೊ ಈ ಇಡೀ OSI ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೆಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ 3 ಆರ್ categorized into one group. ಓಕೆನಾ? Then the layer 7, 6, 5 or 5, 6, 7 are categorized into the second group. ಓಕೆನಾ? And the layer 4 is categorized into third group. Okay na? So in this what will happen is the physical layer, the data link layer and the network layer, these three together forms a group, and ಈ ಗ್ರೂಪಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಲೇಯರ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, the first layer of the OSI model, that is physical layer, till the third layer of the OSI model, that is network layer, together with data link layer. These three layers are called as network support layers of the OSI model. So network support layers anta helidre, it deals with the physical medium. Okay, it deals with what, the physical medium, and like electrical specification, okay, physical connection, physical addressing, transport timing. Okay, these are all concerned with what, network support layers. Okay na? ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, these three layers ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, these three are network support layers which is concerned with physical mediums. Okay, like electrical specification. ಒಂದು ಡೇಟಾ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್, and ಅದು ಯಾರ್ದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, these three layers of the network. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನು, ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್, ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಟೈಮಿಂಗು, ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಲಿಂಕ್, ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆಲ್ಲ these are defined by these three layers. ಓಕೆನಾ? And these three layers also involve hardware and software specification of the network. ಓಕೆನಾ? This also involves what, hardware and software specification of the network. Okay na? So this is about the first three layers of the OSI model. Then we will come to the layer number 5, 6 and 7, that is the layer session layer, the presentation layer and the application layer. These three are called as what, user support layer. This supports what, users. Okay, this is more concerned with the users. Okay na? These three are called as what, user support layers. So which allows interoperability the user to interact with the software. These layers, what it does, it allows the user the ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಈ ಮೂರು layers ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ we can what connect or interconnect, we can use the software systems. Okay, so then we are left with the one layer. Okay, most important layer, right? This one. What happens is, this is the most important layer, that is the transport layer. What the transport layer does is, it links the upper and lower layers. Okay, there are two sub layers, as you know. That is, the one is with physical data link and network. This is one sub layer, and sub layer 1, and these three are sub layer 2, right? Sub layer 2. So what the transport layer does is, this links both the data sub layer 1 and sub layer 2. Okay, and ensures the data transformation between lower layer and upper layer. It ensures that data is transferring properly from the sender to the receiver. Okay, ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಲೇಯರ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಎರಡು ಸಬ್ ಲೇಯರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, and it ensures that data is properly transported from each layer. Okay, so this is, and the last subtopic of OSI model is, that is encapsulation. So encapsulation. So what is encapsulation? Encapsulation means what? I hope you have heard it too many times from the starting of your computer application course. That is, encapsulation means hiding of data, right? Covering of data or hiding of data. Howda? So the packet at level 6, layer 7 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, the packet or the so the message, as I told you before in the first class, what the message is not transferred from the sender to receiver directly, alva ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, these are broken into packets. So packet ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, the packet is encapsulated. A packet at level 7 is encapsulated in a packet at level 6. The whole packet at level 6 is encapsulated at level 5 and so on. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, there is a packet, that is a packet ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ message. So message ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, at level 7 the sender sends it to the, ಇದು ತಾನೇ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲೇಯರ್ ಹೋಗೋದು ಮೆಸೇಜ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಸೆಂಡರ್ ಇಂದ the first layer passes is the 7th layer, that is application layer. The packet, what happens is, it is encapsulated at level 7, and as it goes downwards, that is at level 6 ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, it is encapsulated further, ಮತ್ತೆ encapsulate ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಬರ್ತಾ it keeps on encapsulating. Okay, once it reaches the physical layer, it goes on opening up. Okay, change ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, and the receiver gets the message. Okay na? So what happens in this OSI reference model is, at each layers, the messages are passed in different formats. It is encapsulated in different formats, and when it reaches the receiver's side, it goes on decapsulating. Means it gets opening up, and the entire message is received at the receiver's end. Okay, so this is what encapsulation means. So let's recall all the sections which we covered in OSI reference model, as it is very important topic of this chapter as well. So what is OSI reference model? What is OSI stand for? OSI stands for Open System Interconnection. Okay, it gives us, what is it? It is a layered framework for which provides different layers for the data which is transferred from the sender to the receiver in the network. Okay na, in the network, and it has different layers like application layer, presentation layer, session layer, transport layer, network layer, data link layer, and physical layer. Okay, when it comes to layered architecture, the packets or the information or the message is sent. It has to pass to different intermediate nodes, which is usually concerned with the first three layers of the OSI model. Okay, then what we learned, that then we learned about the peer-to-peer process. That is, OSI reference model is a peer-to-peer process. The in network, the data passes from one layer to another, which are interconnected with each other. So it is called as peer-to-peer process. Okay. And in peer-to-peer processes, what will happen is, in physical layer, the bits are directly transferred or transported from the sender to receiver's physical layer, and as it goes on to the upper layer, the packets are converted into the form which can easily be transferred to the next layer. Okay na? Next what will happen? Next what we learned is, what is interfacing between layers. So what is interfacing? It provides different information about what services the layer has to provide to the layer above it. What type of services, ಯಾವ ತರ services one layer ಅದರ ಮೇಲಿರೋ layer ಗೆ provide ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡೋದೇ interface. Okay na? Interface is between all the layers of the OSI model. Okay na? So what is the use of interfaces? It increases the modularity and better facility of data transformation or transportation. Okay. Next we learned about the organization layers. So the first three layers, that is physical, data link, and network layer, are considered as sub-layer 1. So this is concerned with the network support layer. Okay, it is concerned with all the network issues of the data transformation. Okay, and the layer 5, 6, 7 are concerned with user support layers. So through these layers we can easily interact with the softwares which is being used in the network. Okay, and the important layer, which is the transport layer. In transport layer, what happens is, it links between the sublayer 1 and sublayer 2 and ensures the data is transforming or transporting smoothly. Okay, then we learned about the encapsulation. Encapsulation means what? Once the sender sends the packet, what happens is, this packet is encapsulated as it goes to the lower packets. Okay na? Lower ಆಗ್ತಾ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಇನ್ನೂ encapsulate ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, and higher ಆಗ್ತಾ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, it gets decapsulated, ಅಂದ್ರೆ open ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay na? Just remember it like that. So this is about the OSI reference model. In the next class, we will learn in detail about each layers of the OSI reference model. Okay na? So I hope you are clear with the